to rock and roll. This is break 1070, the Chronicles one box pick your team. And you know we're chasing 3 autographs and 1 memorabilia card here in this one. We have Zach Wilson right off the bat. The base Chronicles Zach Wilson of the Jets going to Todd. Followed up by Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons going to Dallas. Then we have another Zach Wilson. This one, the Donruss edition of the New York Jets going to Todd as well. We have a filler in there. And after that filler, we have a recon Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers going to Devin. And then Trey Sermon of the San Francisco 49ers going to Devin as well. Followed up by a Pittsburgh Steeler, and that is Najee Harris of going to Gulf Coast Card Breakers. And then we have Chubba Hubbard of the Carolina Panthers going to Brian. And then we're going to have a auto here, and it is going to be a member from the University of Notre Dame and now a member of the Los Angeles Rams. That is Ben Skowronek of the Rams going to Michael. Alrighty. And we are on to our second pack in this Chronicles break. We have Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals. Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals, followed by Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers. And then we have Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Todd, followed up by Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals going to Kenneth, and Jalen Waddle of the Miami Dolphins going to Dustin, followed up by a Trevor Lawrence Flux edition of the Jaguars going to Dwight. Nice hit right there. I like those Flux cards. Followed up by a Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Todd. And that's ironic that there's been so many Zach Wilsons already when he hasn't reported to training camp. Pretty funny right there to me. I think we've got 4 or 5 Zach Wilsons pulled already, and yet he's nowhere to be found. And then our next auto is going to be another former member of the University of Notre Dame football team, which is my favorite team, and that is going to be Ian Book of the New Orleans Saints, and that is going to Cynthia. And on to the third one. Looks like we have a filler right there. We have Kyle Pitts from the Atlanta Falcons, followed by Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Panthers going to Brian. Kyle Pitts of the Falcons going to Dallas. Then we got a Chronicles base Trey Lance. The Chronicles base Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers, followed by Dylan Moses of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that is going to Dwight. Then we have a filler card right there, followed up by Sean Wade of the Baltimore Ravens. Then we have another Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons. Sean Wade of the Ravens going to Brian. Kyle Pitts of the Falcons going to Dallas. Jamar Chase of the Bengals going to Kenneth. And Najee Harris of the Steelers going to Gulf Coast Breakers. Alrighty, this feels like a thick one. I wonder if it's another filler or if it's our actual memorabilia card. Ooh, and it is going to be an actual memorabilia card, and I think it's going to be a solid one. We have Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles going to Gulf Coast Breakers, followed by Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers. Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers going to David with Gulf Coast Breakers as well, followed up by Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals, and that's going to Kenneth. Then we have Javonte Williams of the Denver Broncos going to Mark. Fun fact about the Broncos, I saw they were the fourth highest number of bets have been placed on them to win the Super Bowl. Kyle Trask of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Steven. Then we have Elijah Moore of the New York Jets, and that is going to be going to Todd. Followed up by the red out of 149, Zach Wilson, Select Edition of the Jets. And, you know, we didn't want to just have that be the only Zach Wilson in this pack, so we have the substantial rookie swatches Zach Wilson of the New York Jets as well, and that's going to Todd. What a Zach Wilson pack this has been. Alrighty, on to our fifth pack in this one. We have Gregory Rousseau of the Buffalo Bills, and that is going to Steven. Followed by Demetric Felton of the Cleveland Browns going to Mr. CEO. Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals going to Mark. Then we have a filler card right there. And underneath that, we have Mr. Trey Lance. Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers, and that is going to Devin. And then we have another Zach Wilson, and this one is out of 49. The Zach Wilson out of 49 Recon edition right there. Let's check. That might be Magable. You never know. Looks like it's been let's see what it's sold for. Yeah, not Magable, but still a nice hit for Todd. And then another QB, it's Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings, and that is going to be going to Brian, followed up by Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles going to Gulf Coast Card Breakers. And then our auto is going to be Rashad Weaver. Rashad Weaver of the Tennessee Titans going to Cynthia. Look at that, Cynthia. I wear your shirt and good things happen for you. We have Javian Hawkins of the Atlanta Falcons, followed by Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers. Then we have Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals going to Kenneth. Kylan Hill out of 149 of the Green Bay Packers. That's going to Harry. Followed up by Najee Harris of the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Gulf Coast Card Breakers. And Rashad Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens going to Brian. And then we have a Mac Diddley Jones, the New England Patriots going to John. And Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals going to Kenneth. Alrighty, let's run down our top rookies. These are mainly first round picks, quarterbacks, and numbereds. So we have Jamar Chase of the Bengals, silver. Mac Jones of the New England Patriots going to John. Najee Harris of the Steelers going to David. Kylan Hill out of 149 of the Green Bay Packers to Harry. Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals going to Kenneth. followed up by a Devonta Smith Flux edition of the Eagles to Gulf Coast Card Breakers. Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings going to Brian. We have the Trey Lance of the 49ers going to Devin. Gregory Rousseau of the Buffalo Bills going to Steven. Kyle Trask of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Buddy. Followed up by Jamar Chase Score edition right there. Devonta Smith again of the Eagles to Gulf Coast Card Breaks. Najee Harris of the Steelers. Jamar Chase of the Bengals. Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons. And that is going to Dallas. Followed up by Trey Lance of the 49ers. Kyle Pitts again. Then we have Zach Wilson of the Jets. Another Kyle Pitts. Followed up by another Zach Wilson of the Jets. Then we have the Trey Lance, another recon edition right there of the 49ers. Najee Harris of the Steelers. Zach Wilson of the Jets. Jamar Chase of the Bengals. Followed by Jalen Waddle of the Miami Dolphins. Illusions. A Trevor Lawrence Flux edition. And then Zach Wilson again of the Jets. And now on to our featured cards. First, before we get to our autos, we have two numbered Zach Wilsons. The one on the left is out of 149, the red score, and then the purple recon is out of 49. And not to be outdone, we have the substantial swatch Zach Wilson as well. And then our three autos are going to be first, Rashad Weaver of the Tennessee Titans. And then we have two members of the University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish to round that one out. We have Ian Book and Ben Skronik. Ian Book of the New Orleans Saints going to Cynthia, and Ben of the Rams going to Michael. And there we have it, folks. That's the end of break 1070, and we will be right back with our next break.